The context of this assignment is to explore two different types of EPUBs and their formats to further experiment on how they can be created and published, available to download for the public. Through exploration of fixed layout and reflowable EPUBs, we are able to show the full extent of each of the document features and when used in ebook format to fulfill its required intent. As I and all of us had never really published on a public domain place such as iBooks or Kobo or anything similar, it was really unusual to have to not only deal with the client needs and the brief needs, but also a third party needs, such as for iBooks, there were some things that were wrong in my document that were specifically set up for the brief, and having to adapt to that as well as keep the documents correct in a design perspective was really quite challenging. Although, granted, I should have definitely researched this straight away as soon as we got the brief, as it ended up being a detriment to my time and to the time I had to upload the book. One specific example of this was my cover image. Although I had made it to the correct iPad size, the same size as our document pages, it was much too big to be uploaded as a cover photo, and in the end I actually had to take it down when exporting the file from InDesign to an EPUB, as when you went to upload it separately, it couldn't handle having the JPEG in the file. You had to upload it separately, which was something I found out as I was uploading. In order to create a fixed layout cookbook, I first looked into the relevance of what software we use. So in most cases we would use InDesign, however this time I used iBooks Author, which was a completely new unknown program that I actually had never heard of. However, in this case it was much easier and meant that I could work while previewing live on iBooks at the same time. However, coming from InDesign and an InDesign based background, I found it really hard to begin because it was all foreign, the setup was different, wasn't quite to my liking. However, once you get through the initial stages of banging your head against the wall to try and understand the program, I actually found that putting it all together and editing it was way quicker. It came with set functions, it came with all the things that are required in a fixed layout EPUB, plus then the ability to upload to iBooks quite easily, as it will tell you straight up if something's not allowed to be published or not. The file size is much smaller and it's exactly the requirements that are set by Apple and by iBooks itself. And choosing iBooks Author over InDesign really paid off, as now I found out that there's a really simple software that's industry standard among designers. Means we don't have to deal with all the stress that it covers in InDesign, and it's simply done for us in Apple iBooks. I also had to do a lot of research into how to design a fixed layered EPUB, especially when it came to making it marketable. Visual language and animation were the two biggest keys I found through my research to make the document interesting and viable. I tried to implement this as much as possible when it came to my design. iBooks Author also made it so much easier to implement these properly. When working in this particular sector of designing, I have gained industry standard knowledge as to how to professionally export a document available for public domain downloads. Also, I feel that now I have experience in working with third-party providers and having to adapt to new technology that is more appropriate, which I can create a career around. I've also gained different type of problem-solving knowledge as to how to work with your success and or failures, and to backtrack to further propel yourself forward to solve or work around the issues. Thank you.